everything has been working quite well for them in the last few qualification matches.
Blue Alliance stacks up with the Iron Giants, Excel, and the Code Red Robotics, the Stray Dogs.
Yep, 2771. Code Red has been a very strong scoring robot here. I think 2474 might be the steal of the draft. They went in the second round to this fifth alliance. So, I think they should have probably gone in the first round based on how they're capable of playing.
And again, these are best 2 out of 3. So we could go the distance with 3 different matches. But we are going to see how these unfold here. And usually, Dan, the trend is that we see more defense as we get into the semifinals and the finals. So we're not quite there yet, are we, for full throttle defense?
And this is the interesting matchup. So it's the 4th seed versus the 5th seed. So they're pretty evenly matched on paper. We'll just have to see if one side thinks they have the advantage or not, and if the other side feels like they need to get that defense going in order to keep the match scores closer. That 2474, that Excel robot, though, is a capable scoring robot. Typically, your defensive bot is going to be the 3rd robot on the alliance or the 2nd pick. But in this case, it looks like they might actually have 3 robots capable of scoring, and they might try to do a spread the field, make it so the defense can't lock them down if everybody's scoring in a different spot on the field at the same time.
Yeah, the more we watch these matches unfold, the more interesting it is to see how there is strategy involved. It's not just who's got a better robot. There is some creativity in the strategy that will come into play.
For sure, and one of the coolest things that we'll see is after the first round of matches, we're going to see, it's almost like halftime. They're going to go back to their pit. They're going to discuss with their partners what worked, what didn't work, and what are the adjustments we're going to make. And just like, second half teams, we have some alliances that might be capable of, turning a match around, turning the series around after the first match loss.
And again, the end game, not just to succeed here today, but you're trying to get everything ship-shape for next Saturday when all the schools, or most of them, will end up at Saginaw Valley State for the state finals.
Yep, a lot of the teams we're seeing here in the elims are going to be at Saginaw Valley State. We've got 500-something teams, almost 600 teams, I think, in the state this year. The top 160 will qualify for the state championship.
That is going to be a wild weekend. So, again, we can't applaud the kids and the mentors enough. We're going to talk to mostly kids today, but the mentors are kind of the backbone, the infrastructure for every single team that is trying to compete and win here today.
Yeah, the mentors sort of provide that institutional memory. So for a team that's been around for 10 years, you are going to have at least 2.5 classes, right, of high school kids passing through. But the mentors might have been around for that entire period of time. So lessons that you learn one year don't necessarily get forgotten with the graduating class.
Well, we're a little bit late to start this match.
Yep,
Any
we just
idea
saw
why?
a thumbs up. I believe they were working on 3322's camera. The camera looks like it is connected now. Again, with the curtains down in sandstorm mode, that camera is extremely important for us to get working before they can play the match.
Yes, even after you've worked weeks and months to get your robot ready, there still might be those last-minute glitches that you want to avoid. But we are into our sandstorm movement. Teams getting bonus points for the first 15 seconds of the match. And Blue Alliance gets the jump.
2771 lining up to put the hatch panel in place, but they did miss it. So we're going to be relatively even out of sandstorm, but 3322 is not moving. They have not left the platform, and they are disconnected from the field. So right now they cannot control that robot.
Now it's loose, and on the playing field, that's Eagle Imperium.
Yep, so that was a 25-second sort of outage. They probably lost power to the main computer on the robot, and that's about how long it takes to reboot.
Red Alliance has the MS robot loading up that cargo ship in the middle. Not much action going on the rockets yet. We see one of the Blue Alliance robots getting hassled, defended by the Red Alliance robot. Good defense played there by the Fenville RoboHawks, taking on not one but two blue robots.
Yeah, and we sort of expected this. We sort of expected the blue robots to kind of keep all three on their side of the field. But it looks like 24-74 now has switched into a counter defensive role. They're trying to set some picks and free up their teammates.
Iron Giants dropping a cargo ball in the cargo ship. Considering Red was down a robot for 20 seconds, this is a pretty good score for them.
Yep, again, Red now is undefended with their 2 offensive robots, so they should be able to fill the cargo ship up pretty quickly here.
Benville RoboHawks robot pulls off defense and now goes right back at it. Big time collision with the Stray Dogs robot.
Yeah, good job fighting through that defense, though, and getting that ball scored. Oh. And even Excel getting into it now. They've got one of their own, trying to score it.
Boy, there's a lot of defense going here. A big log jam.
Yep, 6,100, we can see they're slowly raising their front leg, their front stilts. They should pull forward, and now if they can get the second ones off the ground, that's going to be the full 12 points for them.
Now it's time to start half docking. We've already got the MS robot securely in the center, highest level. Oh boy, big push there by Eagle Imperium. A speed move right into that level. I don't know, is that going to count?
It will, yeah. I think they're up. The refs kind of took a look there. It looks like that is above the platform. The bumpers need to be above the platform and supported by that platform to count. And yeah, we've seen a few teams sort of using that Dukes of Hazzard approach to get up there.
Boy, what a low scoring match that was. However, I mean, you saw the defense right out there. And it looks like the Blue Alliance is going to have enough to prevail.
Yeah, so again, Blue Alliance, no defensive robot. So the Red Alliance was able to score freely, but with that robot not working for the first 25 seconds of the match, I think that was just too much to overcome.
Well, a lot of defense there, so it's a Blue Alliance win only by 2 points, though.
Yeah, and if you're Red, you got to feel decent about that, right? You lost the match, but you only lost by 2 points, 56-54. And, you know, if your robot works the entire time, if you get their Sandstorm period points, that alone would have given you the win. So they left 3 Sandstorm points on the table when that robot didn't leave in time. That would have given them the 1-point victory if they had done nothing else in the match.
So very close, still a Blue Alliance win. The number is very, very balanced. Let's rejoin Chris Foster's in the pits.
All right, Dan, thanks very much. It was a very close win, an upset, strictly speaking, 5/4, 56-54, and we're joined by Trevor, the captain of the 5 Alliance. What did you think? What a close matchup. Were you nervous? Were you aware of how close it was?
I was aware of how close it was. In fact, our back leg dropped out on us, so we had to run functions completely different than normal.
So how did you end up fixing it?
We just ran our back leg, even though we shouldn't have, but it allowed us to get points. Our other team members, they really carried us. It was very helpful.
Well, looking at your robot specifically, yes, you have a 1-0 lead in a best-of-3 set, but when you take it back to the pits, are you going to work on something in particular?
We're going to work on reattaching that leg and securing it a lot better so that it has no chance of falling out.
Well, given the technical difficulties, you still pulled out the win, so congratulations and best of luck.
Thank you.
All right, that's Trevor from the winning 5 Alliance. Dan and Dan, all yours.
All right, Chris, thank you. Let's take a look at how this shakes down. Here's the 3322 robot.
So there it is in Sandstorm mode.
Working with those hatch panels.
Or that was not Sandstorm mode, that was driver control, but they did a nice job of scoring that hatch panel. And we can see here, 27-71 trying to do the same, but that defense just getting pounded on the side there by 51-73, making it not work out for them.
Yeah, we saw so much defense here. I'm not sure that sets a very high bar for, you know, what these robots are going to do going forward, probably.
And that was a good adjustment there by Code Red, sliding sideways to scoring the other spot. 6,100 here. And this is why you need the defense. If you don't defend them, it's pretty easy to just drop those balls in quickly. Another nice score there. We can see 27-71. We were watching the drum on the red side climb, but no problem for 27-71.
Yeah, we're going to have to pay a little closer attention to how that next match goes between these two. When Red goes to full strength, and you saw that big push there to get on that level, Red Alliance could be due for a big bounce back when those two Blue and Red Alliances meet again. We're going to move into our third